Mimi na Rigathi Gachagua hakuna hata siku moja tumekaa chini tukaongea mambo ya siasa. On one table hakuna. Hakuna wakati ambapo Rigathi Gachagua na mimi tumeongea hata kwa simu kupanga masuala ya kisiasa. Lakini kuna mtu mahali fulani ambaye anajaribu create your narrative kwamba Natembeya na Rigathi Gachagua wako pamoja. Lengo na nia ni kwamba wanataka kulifanyia bila walifanyia Rigathi Gachagua. Tunasikia wanaongea mambo ya impeachment.
RUTO now wants to impeach George Natembeya. You know, for a very long period of time, governors have not been able to do a lot of politics for fear of being impeached. And to make it worse, under this broad-based government, they can impeach anyone they desire. Because now the biggest opposition is combining forces with the sitting government. So, since Natembeya has shown his interest very clear that he's opposing William Ruto, there is a scheme by William Ruto to impeach the president. It shows you to impeach George Natembeya as governor. It shows you how William Ruto does not want critics. And remember, in Trans-Nzoia, UDA and ODM, as in Kenya Kwanza, are the majority with Raila's coalition. Okay? Because George Natembeya ran on a party of Eugene Wamalwa, which is the minority. And it is very simple to impeach a governor if he doesn't have members of his own party in the county assembly. That is exactly what George Natembeya is facing. Okay? Because DAP Kenya is the minority in Trans-Nzoia. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the possible impeachment of George Natembeya, what can bring about this, and most importantly, the certain materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, George Natembeya has become a force to reckon with, and remember, he's a governor. Every time a governor threatens the status quo, be it in the opposition, he can be impeached. That's why some governors are impeached because of politics, not because they have failed to deliver to their respective counties. The reason as to why GACHAGUA was impeached was because of politics. It's the reason as to why even the impeachment motion mover failed to substantiate issues he put in the motion. But because impeachment motion and impeachment is a political process, Rigathi Gachagua was impeached. Now the sword is facing George Natembeya. And George Natembeya came out to speak about this, and I think he's anticipating this. When he was speaking, he showed that he's fearful. In fact, he must go on to criticize government so that people can stand with him. You know, even amid this impeachment, if people stand with you and they impeach you without doing wrong, the courts can come out and vindicate you, and you come back and win an election. Okay? So, I think there is a scheme of scaring George Natembeya so that he can reduce on the way he criticizes government. We are all human. If you are threatened in some way, if your employment opportunity, if your office is threatened, you may not come out and criticize government as you are supposed to do. This is the scheme which is dangled to George Natembeya. During a press interview, George Natembeya came out to tell the public that there is a scheme of impeaching him. And in fact, he said these statements. Here's the tape.
Kuna watu wamepitana na Gachagua, mimi sijui. Mimi sijawahi kupitana na Gachagua. Gachagua alikuwa administrator kama mimi, walitutangulia mbele. Mimi nikiingia kwa serikali kama DO, Gachagua tayari alikuwa ameshaondoka tayari. So kuna wale ambao wakitaka kujipendekeza, kwa mfano kama kwa rais, wanasema kwamba Natembeya ni rafiki wa nani? Wa Gachagua, wanatembea pamoja kisiasa. Mimi ningependa kuconfirm hapa kwamba Rigathi Gachagua sio adui wangu. Hilo jambo la kwanza. Sio adui wangu hata kidogo, hatujawahi kugombana. Mimi na Rigathi Gachagua hakuna hata siku moja tumekaa chini tukaongea mambo ya siasa. On one table hakuna. Hakuna wakati ambapo Rigathi Gachagua na mimi tumeongea hata kwa simu kupanga masuala ya kisiasa. Lakini kuna mtu mahali fulani ambaye anajaribu create your narrative kwamba Natembeya na Rigathi Gachagua wako pamoja. Lengo na nia ni kwamba wanataka kunifanyia vile walifanyia Rigathi Gachagua. Tunasikia wanaongea mambo ya impeachment. Watu wanataka kunifinya mimi kwa sababu ile kazi ambayo nilifanya nikikuwa RC, hasa kuondoa watu kwenye msitu wa Masai Mau, ambayo ni kitovu cha maana sana kwa mambo ya maji. Kwa mfano nikikuwa kule Narok, kulikuwa na watu ambao walikuwa wamekuwa settled. Wamepewa mashamba kabisa kule kwenye msitu wa Masai Mau. Na ule mto Mara ulikuwa umekauka. Serengeti kule Tanzania walikuwa wameanza kupiga kelele, wanakashifu Kenya kwamba nyinyi mmeharibu misitu, hakuna maji kwenye River Mara. Ile wildlife migration ya wild beast na wanyama wengine ilikuwa imekoma, maana mto ilikuwa ni matope peke yake. Watu walikuwa wameanza kukosa maji kule Kericho, kule Bomet hakukuwa na maji. Wakati tuliotoa hawa watu, na mimi ningependa mtu mmoja ani-accuse kwamba Natembeya ukiondoa watu kule Mara, kule Mau, kuna mtu alidhulumiwa, kuna mtu alipigwa, nyumba ya mtu ilichomwa ama nini. Hapana, mimi niliwapatia watu notisi.
That is George Natembeya. First of all, George Natembeya is coming out to say that they are accusing him of working with Gachagua, and they would want to do the same thing they did to Gachagua. You can see that the state is zeroing in on people who may not support William Ruto. That's why even amidst this politics, no governor is coming out hard unless he's siding with government. You look around in Western, in Central, everywhere, because they know that if they speak up, majority of the governments, 80%, if you engage in politics, since the impeachment motion is a political process, it is easier for you to remove you out of office. So this is what Natembeya is facing. But remember, in politics, if you want to go far, there needs a time when you need to sacrifice, comfort. There's a time to take chances. The reason as to why Gachagua is coming out on top, even to become a front runner before even he declares to be president, is because he took chances to an extent of being impeached. Very many people came out to say that he should resign so that he can retain the perks. We all know that the deputy president retains perks. Very many people told him. But in politics, sometimes you need to sacrifice to gain more. For Raila Odinga to become the powerhouse, at one time he resigned as a member of parliament to run on his party LDP. Those are the facts. For RUTO to become president, at one time he sacrificed his relationship with Uhuru Kenyatta so that he can run across the country. That's the fact. Politics is sacrifice. And for Natembeya to go far, he needs not to fear. He should come out and, since he chose to criticize government, he should go on to criticize government. Because it seems that it is working for him. As very many people are keeping quiet amidst abductions, amidst torture, amidst this bad economy, there is a vacuum that is supposed to be filled, and anyone who fills that vacuum is going to be a front runner. The reason as to why even Gachagua is gaining a lot of attraction is because he's coming out to stand for what Kenyans are feeling. Right now, the opposition is bedwing with government. Raila is conflicted. So Kenya needs someone who can fill the vacuum. And trust me, if the Western and the Central votes in one basket, there's no one who can beat those people. Because those two communities are the kingmakers in every election. The reason why Raila Odinga has always come out as the first runners up is because of the Western vote. And the reason as why every president has won is because of the Central Kenya vote. So if those two communities combine their vote in one basket, no one can beat them. That's the fact. So William Ruto is trying to dangle an impeachment process, to Natembeya, so that he can get intimidated, so that he cannot speak up against the bad governance in Kenya. But Natembeya should not develop cold feet, because that is how leaders are made. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is the first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.